Yo, what's good, y'all? Yesterday was the first day for Marathon Server Slam. I got a chance to play it for 13 hours. And in this video, I want to give my honest thoughts on the game and talk about some of the hate that's surrounding the game right now. And I do want to say if you came here expecting this to be a hate video, then it's definitely not the place for you. But without further ado, let's jump into the thoughts. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I jumped into the game were the visuals. The visuals immediately stood out to me. Like, it's so visually pleasing. The interiors are pretty cool. The lighting is damn near perfect. It's actually a night and day difference than what it was back in the alpha. I had to do a double take on Steam to see if Marathon was actually the game that I was playing. Now, I can honestly say that I was blown away by it. Another thing that really stood out to me was the sound design. I feel like the sound design in this game is really good. It's actually one of the best in my opinion. While I was playing, I never felt like there was a time that I got no audio by a player. I could easily tell if there was a player or AI close by just off the footstep audio alone. I could genuinely calculate the distance of where somebody was based off gunshot audio, whether they was further away or nearby in a POI or building. And I feel like that's a W because most games nowadays miss on the audio side of things damn near every single time. Now, another thing we can't leave out is the gunplay. The gunplay in this game definitely did not disappoint me at all. It felt really responsive. The movement felt fluid. It was engaging. It was intense. It felt strategic, especially when I got a chance to go up against more high caliber players. And for me, being able to turn my brain on in these high intense moments in PvP is always super fun for me because I really enjoy playing at a level where I get to dictate the flow of my fights and force my opponents to react to me. And that's something that I've been missing in an extraction space. I feel like Marathon definitely nailed it. And by the end of my session, it had me itching for more. Not gonna lie. Now, when I really sit here and think about this game, there are so many layers to uncover when it comes to runner abilities mixed with cores, implants, gun building, and faction upgrades. And I'm super excited for the full release so I can really dive into these things. Like, man, I just want to grind. These are some of my favorite things about this game. And I really feel like it's going to set it apart from other extractions. Like, I genuinely believe that. I really love how the loot system in this game is gear focused and leaves you questioning what builds you want to put together. It really makes you think, and I love using my brain. I can't wait to put together my first real build and pop off with it. Like, just imagine getting everything that you wanted, putting it together, and just dominating the lobby with it. Like, that's gonna be one of the best feelings ever, man. Now, as far as the UI goes, by no means is it my favorite. Initially, I didn't care for it at all. But with that being said, it started to grow on me, mainly because I started to figure out what the items were. Once I figured out which items to pick up, which items to leave behind, which items to drop, everything just kind of clicked for me. And it wasn't so bad. It actually started to get easier navigating through all the items, the different factions and upgrades, also understanding what I needed for those upgrades. Like, it genuinely became so simple. And I believe it was that way because of the time that I put in. And that actually leads me to my final point. I genuinely dislike this hate trend that we seeing in video games these days. When I say hate trend, I'm not talking about the people that actually put time into these games and then give their honest opinion. I'm talking about the people that can't critically think for themselves. The people who are a part of the herd of sheep who just hate on things because your favorite streamer or friends told you it was a cool thing to do. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's not cool to be a follower and a hater. Like it never was. So get that hate out your heart and start living in reality because it's poisoning you. I also think a lot of people judge this game too quick. You gotta remember that this is the first day of the server slam, and not everything's gonna be perfect. Saw a lot of people complaining about not being in enough PvP. There's not very many players on the map, and just like I said, this is the first day of the server slam. There's a lot of new players playing this game. You know, nobody's gonna know where to go. People are trying to figure out how to navigate through the AI and stuff, trying to figure out what routes to take throughout the map. Just a lot of stuff, man. Like a lot of people was dying to AI like all day, so that's a big part of the reason why I felt like people didn't see as much PvP as they wanted because you know, I've even had it like in some of my games to where I got swarmed by some of the AI. And, when they swarm you, then you're fucked most of the time. Until you figure out how to like navigate around them and stuff like that. But, some of the stuff that I saw people complaining about was just dumb. People was just hating on stuff just to hate on it. And I just genuinely don't like when people do stuff like that. But I do think that the people that gave up on it pretty early should definitely give it another shot because they actually did cook, man. So definitely put some time into it and see some of the things that I'm talking about. But I can't force y'all to do that. It's at the end of the day, it's up to y'all. So yeah, my advice is just to check it out again and see what happens. But it's definitely fun, man. It really is. If you are enjoying the server slam, then what's some of your favorite things and what runners are y'all playing right now? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Peace, y'all.